Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are back again in San Antonio, Texas, looking at another gorgeous model home. And this time we have a model by Integrity Homes, and I'm excited to present this one. Now, starting on the exterior, family, we do have the natural stone along with the stucco, and you are gonna have the wood paneling on the outside. But more importantly, look at the incredible view. Love this. So you can imagine your guests driving up to your driveway and being greeted with this incredible view. Straight ahead, you are going to have your 3-car garage. Now you have this massive covered front porch. You have the wood soffit, as you can see, plenty of windows surrounding this property. So you have that gorgeous view from all angles, especially whenever you're inside, and I think you may appreciate it. Now, as we do continue right here, you see the wood slat paneling continuing, but more importantly, I love the way they took advantage of this covered front porch, because more often than not, you probably are going to be sitting out here and enjoying this. Love the tranquility, and it is nothing short of exceptional. Now, as we continue right here, you have this massive iron front door right here, and then you see you have the wood handle as well. But let's go ahead and get you inside this beautiful property. Okay, so immediately when you walk in, you see the continuation of the natural stone. So I'll turn you around so you can see the front door from the inside. You do have a transom window right above there, bringing in some more natural light. And then you see the herringbone pattern flooring right here. But what we'll go ahead and do, I'll show you over there in just a second, just to give you a sneak peek of what you're going to be greeted with over there. We'll start right here to the left and see this wing of the house and make our way around. Now, you do have your powder bath right over here, a couple steps from when you enter. So you have the hexagon tile flooring right there. You have the flat panel cabinetry, quartz countertops. You got that beautiful accent wall continuing all the way to the ceiling. Now you have gold sconces. You will notice some champagne bronze throughout the home as well, which I know you can appreciate. And then you have sconces on both sides. Impressive. So now the herringbone pattern tiling continues here and to the point where you do meet the ceramic wood-like tile. But we'll start right over here to our study. Look at this. So you have the incredible wainscoting setting the tone. You got your French doors with the glass panes, and then you have your gold light fixture hanging down. Plenty of space. Now, if you wanted to change the layout or make some modifications to this model as we do walk through the property, Integrity Homes can certainly accommodate. Build from scratch. You can dream it, they can build it. So I know you can appreciate that. And then what's fascinating, you don't see this quite often, but you have a transom window right above there. How often do you see that inside the property? Not often. Okay, so now heading to our first bedroom. Look at the space that you get. You got that wood slat accent walls, you can see. And then of course you got your queen bed, your 2 nightstands, and you still have a ton of walk room. And if that's not enough, you got your own ensuite. We'll see that in just a second. You can imagine your dresser right there. You can add a television. If you wanted to hang the TV, you can certainly do that. And of course you have plenty of space to add some paintings or artwork. So now before you head to your ensuite, you are going to have your pocket door right here. This is going to be the closet and bathroom combination. I'll turn you around right here so you can see the vanity and the pendant lights. So you see the floating vanity with the accent lighting right there. Then you have a walk-in shower with the 0 threshold. And then you see the porcelain tile right here on the lower exterior. And then this sage green. So in here, they opted for the matte black. You do have a shower niche right there and your matte black shower valve. And then you see the extension of the accent. And then an impressive walk-in closet. You already got your built-in shelving and then your rods ready to go. So that's impressive. Now, again, this is a model home. So, we talk about that quite often, and my long-term subscribers know they dress it to the nine. So if it's something where you wanted to have some similarities in here, you can certainly do that. And then of course, if you wanted to build on your own lot, you can do that as well. Okay, So now we'll head down this hallway. Right here to the left would be where your garage would be. So now you do have your mud room. You got your hooks ready to go. And then of course you got your built-in bench. Now we've been seeing that, and it's a trend right now as far as the checkered tiling, and that extends all the way over here to your laundry room. So let me know what you think about that. But look at this. So again, like I said, you have plenty of windows to take advantage of the incredible view. So they added one right here. You got your sink built in, quartz countertops, your built-in cabinetry, inset style. And then you got a rod right above where your washer and dryer would be. Perfect. Now I'll turn you around right over here. You got a coat closet. So immediately whenever you walk in, especially once we get to winter, believe it or not, even though we're in Texas, you do have some cold. And then of course your 3-car garage right here. You see they're using it as storage, but at least that gives you an idea of how much space you would get. You got 2 tankless water heaters, a quick access door over there, epoxy flooring, and of course some additional windows. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and continue this way and make our way around. So you got your storage closet right there. Next bedroom, look at this. So again, with it being furnished, you can see how much space you still get. Now this one's gonna have the separate closet and bathroom. I'll show you that in just a second after we take a look at the entire room. So plenty of space in here. Again, you see the ceramic wood-like tile in here, very durable material, extremely easy to clean. And I know you can find that impressive too. Okay, so now heading straight over here, look at this. So you see the accent lighting underneath there, that champagne bronze I talked about earlier. And then you got your gold sconce right above there with your sleek mirror and mirror frame. Now heading this way, I'll show you right over here. Look at this. So you got an additional towel closet. Now, you see the 0 threshold. So that's been a common theme. We've seen that so far, but you got your champagne bronze hooks right here. So you're noticing that champagne bronze accents really complementing the materials in the home itself. And then now we go to our next vanity. So we got our Jack and Jill, but again, the separate closet right over here. It is walk-in, so a ton of space for your wardrobe without any challenges. And then this will be your 3rd bedroom. So the one thing I'm finding fascinating so far is that each one of the bedrooms extremely spacious. And then we haven't even got to the primary suite, which is on the other wing of the house. And I think you're gonna love that one just as much. So if you haven't, please let me know your initial thoughts. We haven't even got to the kitchen. We haven't even got to some of the main areas you're going to be spending a lot of your time. But I know you can appreciate all these bedrooms on this side of the house, so they have their own privacy. And then of course the long hallway. Okay, so we've seen that entire wing of the house. Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes now. Let's do a full pan and then we'll talk about the materials. Okay, so starting over here to the left, you see the dining area, beautiful chandelier hanging down right above the dining room table, double-sided fireplace, but you notice the natural stone continuation from the outside, from the initial accent wall that we've seen in the foyer, then the picture windows right there. So you talk about the peace, the tranquility, look at that. So you're surrounded by mature trees and you get to take advantage of that every day. Now, as we do continue right here, you see straight ahead, you have that slope design. You got the clear story windows, then the pendant lights hanging down right above your formal area. So you can use that as more of a formality. You know, if you have some guests coming in, they don't have to go throughout the entire home. If you need to have a serious conversation, that'd be the perfect spot for you, right? But now you have this bar area. And then of course, look at that. You can store all your decor. If you're a wine drinker, wine glasses in there, the possibilities are endless. But most importantly, look at the abundance of natural light entering inside the property. And that's the beauty of being positioned on this hill right here, all that sunlight entering inside the home, especially now, you really wouldn't have to have all the lights on and you would still have all the light that you need. But if that's not enough, again, you got some more picture windows. You have a wine closet right over here. So as I always talk about, if you're not a wine drinker, you can just add some wine in there, maybe empty bottles. They're probably going to be full because you didn't drink it, but it just adds to the aesthetic of the entire home. So let me know what you think. And I love that it's floor to ceiling as far as that natural stone on both sides, the double-sided fireplace and over here surrounding the wine closet. Now, continuing over here, I'll do a full pan again from the kitchen to the great room, and then we'll start in the kitchen. Beautiful. Now, I'll pan you around right here. You got two-tone quartz countertops. Look at the glass panes in your cabinet fronts. You have a pot filler over here. Then you see your cooktop. You got the 5-burner champagne bronze that we've seen, gold hardware, the sleek vent hood right there. Really nice, that modern contemporary look. Then you notice the quartz up your backsplash. This is what I love. You have this sink overlooking this incredible view. So for those of you that, despise the sink inside of the island, I think you can appreciate this. You are going to have the pop-up outlets, as you can see right over there as well. And then this massive island. So you can imagine if your guests are in here having a great time, some are along the bar area, some are in the great room, everyone's involved in the conversation. Now you have some additional stacked cabinetry, as you can see right there. But more importantly, just look at the amount of storage that you get. So not only do you have the two-tone countertops, but you have the two-tone cabinets. Beautiful. Look at the depth in there. A ton of storage to work with. Soft closing mechanism. You got your trash drawer right over here to the right. And then of course your dishwasher on the left side of your sink. But look at how the hardware complements the cabinet fronts. Beautiful. Now you have a ton of counter space even along here as well. And you see the storage that you have in your refrigerator. If you wanted to change this up, you still have a ton of room to add any kind of refrigerator that you prefer. And then I'll turn you around right here so you can see the full scope. Gorgeous. So then you have your modern pendant lights hanging down right there as well. And then if that wasn't enough for you, here we go with the hidden pantry. So look how sleek that looks, especially you close these doors right here. It's very discreet and very modern and luxurious at the same time. A ton of counter space available. You got that backsplash complementing the quartz countertops. Right above here, you see the wall-to-wall cabinets and shelving. So a ton of storage to take advantage of. And then you got your ice maker right down here. So the entire home is extremely practical. And if it's something where you want to, purchase something like this or buy your own lot and then have that incredible view, you can certainly do that. All right, so we'll close these doors right over here, continue to the great room. Now, love that. So now you see the double-sided fireplace from this angle, but then you also see the floor to ceiling natural stone. So they wrapped it around, which I know you can appreciate. Now, as I turn you around over here, look at that. So you have the floating decor and floating shelves, transom windows right above your sliders. So bringing in a ton of natural light. And just look at the way the floors complements not only the natural stone, but all the cabinetry that you see throughout the home. Beautiful. So you see the sloped ceiling design right there, an additional clear story window. So from all of the angles, the sunlight entering inside the property is very impressive. So let me know your initial thoughts. So a very interactive floor plan. I know you can appreciate the separation. I get that feedback quite often, is sometimes folks are not the biggest fans of everything being all inclusive. Maybe, I'd seen one video, a gentleman, he was talking about how sometimes he may need to hide certain things and he likes his guests being centralized versus being able to see everything. So maybe that would be you And if that's the case, then I know you can appreciate that. Beautiful. So then heading over there to the primary suite, you see that you do have the sconces, right? Then the natural stone continuation right over there. And then you will notice those accents throughout the rest of the home as well. All right, so now we're entering in the primary suite. Beautiful. So now you see the LED ceiling fan, you have the king size bed, your two massive nightstands. Look at the way they staged it. Love it. Really complements the room itself. Now you are going to have these double doors leading you out to your balcony. So this is probably my favorite part of the entire house. So you have your own private access to your nice patio right here, if you want to call it a balcony. But look at the incredible view having your morning coffee or tea. Can't get much better than that, folks. You have a ton of space right here to add some chairs, hang out here with you and your significant other, or just yourself, you know, who knows. But that would be an incredible view. But more importantly, look at the space that you get inside of here. Now you see your sitting area right over there. You got your dresser, and then of course your bed and all the walk room that you still have available. And if it's something where you wanted to build this exact plan or something similar, but maybe increase the size of certain rooms like this one, you can always do that as well. Now, if that wasn't enough, heading into your ensuite, you got your sliding door. You see it's iron, but then you also have the privacy glass. And then look at this. We'll start right over here to the right. Now, going into your closet right here, you see that you got your built-in drawers, built-in shelving over here to the left, an additional window, and then look at that. They extended the rod all the way to the ceiling, which I certainly appreciate. And if that's not enough, you have some additional shelving right here. Perfect. So again, the champagne bronze, you see this, the alabaster paint, it looks like right there. And then you have your built-in luxury cabinetry. And then you see the glass cabinet fronts again right there, ready to go. And your hamper drawer. Beautiful. Now, as I pan you over here to the right, look at your wet room. You see the zero threshold again. You got your freestanding tub in here. You see the quartz ledge and then that marble tiling in here. You got dual shower heads, all champagne bronze. Wow. And then, oh, I didn't even see that. Look at that. You got your rain shower head as well. Love that. Now your second closet right over here to the left. Look at the floor to ceiling shelving, ready to go. Built-in drawers. You got a mirror straight ahead. And then look how pandy up. You have some additional rods. Beautiful. And then last but certainly not least, let's take a look at this. Now, this has been the second time I've seen this style mirror. You have it on all three. I'm a huge fan of that. So again, very sleek, out of the box thinking. You got some additional windows ready to go, quartz countertops, the flat panel cabinet fronts. Now, I'm starting to see this as a trend, the flat panel cabinetry compared to the shaker style. So let me know what you think about that. I've been seeing that more and more often. So I think as we head to 2026, we might see that even more. Right over here, you see you got your storage closet ready to go. And then right behind me, you have your water closet. Beautiful. So I don't think we missed a thing. I was being as thorough as possible so that way we didn't miss anything. And I think we covered it all. So if you haven't let me know, please do let me know in the comments what your thoughts about this home. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it? Is this something you could see yourself living in, raising a family in, entertaining your family, bringing your guests over? Let me know. All right, but last but certainly not least, let's take a look at the backyard patio. Now, again, you see this one as far as the yard space that you still have. So you already see the long driveway that you got. You drive up that hill and then you're met with this incredible view, but you still have some space back here. If you ever wanted to add a pool, trampoline set, playground set, you can certainly do that. Now, you see the slope design again, that wood soffit that we had seen. Straight ahead, you have your built-in gas grill, your countertops. You see that you have your beverage fridge, your sink right over there. Beautiful. And I tell you what, I talk about this all the time, but if you add some ribeyes right there, a New York strip, oh my goodness, I can already smell it and taste it right now. All right. And look at that. Now you see the natural stone column. So you've seen that throughout the home, inside and out. And I love it. And then if that's not enough, if you wanted to get some more sunlight, you head over here and look at this. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury model home by Integrity Homes right here in San Antonio, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.